Okay.
Shalom, Israel. It's the I.S.U.P.K. Start out at 1West on 25th Street, Harlem, New York. We've been teaching the truth since 1969. All right. We are under Commander General YAHANNA. We're here to teach the so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians the truth of this Bible. All right, you already know it's a Sabbath service. You understand? We had a little technical difficulties, setting up this morning. The weather is crazy outside. Everything is frozen. You understand? And so we started a little late, so we're just going to jump into it, send out the prayers at the end of the service. All right, so what's your name again, brother?
Jesse.
Jesse? All right, Jesse. Your first time coming to class, like you said, and you want to know about the frankincense and myrrh, right? It's burning the coals and stuff like that. Did you ever find the scripture?
I get it for sure.
Yeah, can you get it for me? All right, so give me Deuteronomy 7:6. Right. We always give, this is like, in here, we're going to give you the complete breakdown, right, of the Bible. And a lot of things that we break down, you will hear circulated throughout media, throughout different groups of Israelites. Why? Because they learned it from us. Because we was the original school that taught the truth. And what happened was, back in the 90s, in the early 2000s, it was a split within 1West, within I.S.U.P.K, because I.S.U.P.K is 1West, right? And what happened was brothers started to not have brotherhood anymore. And then they left. And Commander General YAHANNA stayed. You understand? And, it came from 5 groups out there in war to like hundreds now. You know what I mean? And simply everything comes back from us. That's why that 12 tribe chart, you ever seen it?
Yeah.
That comes from this school, right? That Hebrew chart right there, being able to pronounce the real Hebrew correctly without speaking Yiddish, we was the ones that did the investigations and found out that the Yiddish language is bull crap.
Right.
And the Lashwan Kodash is the real holy tongue. You know what I mean? So in here, man, you're gonna get the full breakdown. You ain't gonna get this breakdowns anywhere else. You want the 100% raw uncut, you get it from here. Anywhere else, you're gonna get 80%. You know what I'm saying? 70%, 50%. You know what I mean? So you got a Bible on you? Can someone give him a Bible? Give him, yeah. Got it. So Sean, you know how to turn to the pages? All right, so we're gonna go to Deuteronomy 7:6. When you got it, pull out this up over sure.
Come. Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6.
Yeah. Wait till the brother get there.
Let me know when you got it, Jeff.
Matter of fact, let's let him read. I want you to just read it out, all right?
160.
Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6.
Yeah, and if you need help getting to it, All right.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
Read that one more time, a little louder.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
It said that we are a holy people, right? That's why you see us wearing the garments. That's why you see us burning the frankincense and myrrh. You still finding that scripture for me, Award? Where it gives like reference to how we used to do it. In here, we don't do drugs. We don't sell drugs, right? We don't misuse women, right? And here we keep the law, statutes, commands, right? Go up to verse 3. I'm gonna have him take over. Read verse 3, Baba Show.
Khan. This is Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 3. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them.
Now let's find out. Now this is the Lord showing how we are holy, right? In the Christian church, what they tell you about, who you can be with.
Anybody, honestly.
You can be with anybody, right? All right. So this is what the Lord is telling us, the Israelites. Go ahead, read.
Khan, starting again from the top. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them, Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son.
So this is explaining. Read the next part.
Nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son.
So we ain't supposed to be having interracial marriages. You understand? Like having a white wife, you understand, or a sister having a white husband, any heathen, right? You're not supposed to do that, right? Because when you do that, you're going against the Lord. Because the Lord said not to do it. And the next verse is going to explain why. Go ahead.
Come on, verse 4. For they will turn away thy son from following me.
Did you say what?
For they would turn away thy son from following me.
You know, when Keisha started messing with Brad, she started making casseroles. She started making casseroles, tuna casseroles, string bean casseroles.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She started adding little raisins and carrots in her potato salad. You dig what I'm saying? She started doing things that's weird. More importantly, she's going to celebrate Christmas. She's going to celebrate Thanksgiving, right? And that's what the Lord don't want us to do. Right now, everybody's getting ready to celebrate Christmas, right? Especially those that are in interracial marriages. How are you going to be in a marriage and say, man, I ain't celebrating that? That's a white man's, that's an oppressor's holiday. You know what that white man, that white woman going to say? They're going to make you feel as though that you're wrong. And dang, I'm white. So what you trying to say about me? You dig what I'm saying? That's why the Most High said, don't do it. Because they are not your people. I separated you. And it's going to explain a little bit more. Keep talking. Keep reading, Salah.
Come. For they would turn away thy son from following me.
Yeah, man. So think about, you got it? All right, Most High Christ. So, like think about, go ahead. You can break it down.
For they would turn away thy son from following me,
Go ahead.
that they may serve other gods.
You want to break it down?
No, I just want to read more.
Oh, yeah. So, it says that turn away your sons. Think about when these brothers go get white women, you know what I'm saying? They get some money, they go get a white woman. What usually happens to them?
The world started crashing down.
They start what?
It started crashing down.
The world start crashing down, right? You know what I mean? They try to get rid of Keisha. Whole time Becky is worse than Keisha. You know what I mean? And a lot of brothers, because they feel as though that, oh man, black woman got too much going on with them. They ain't submissive, this and that. And here, brother, I'm gonna tell you right now, we tame dragons.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We are going to tame a dragon. And here we ain't so. In the Christian church, they're going to tell you, hold your wife's hand and, and take it. Happy wife, happy life. No, and here we don't say that. You know what I'm saying? That woman talk too much. We're going to tell her to shut her mouth. She sounds stupid. Be quiet. Shut your mouth. You talking too much. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying, you come home and she's just telling you about her day and all that. You know how women is. But I'm saying a clamorous woman. A clamorous woman, according to the Lord, is a dog. A woman that don't take heed to her man and is in combat of her man, you understand? She is counted as a dog, a female dog. You understand? And here we don't hold back the truth. In the Christian church, the Muslim mosque, these are the Israelite groups, they're going to hold back the truth. Like a man can have more than one wife. A man can have more than one wife. But you know what these other Israelites groups is going to say in the Christian church? They're going to tell you, you can't do that. Why? Because they are being soft. When the Lord is hardcore. You know what I'm saying? So right here is telling us, don't fall into their snares. You understand? Don't sleep with them. Don't marry them. You know what I'm saying? Because sex is marriage. You know that?
Yeah, I heard that like 2 years ago. I came to understanding that it was.
All right, bet. Give me Genesis, the 24th chapter, and verse 64. Above your show. We're going to read there. I'll show you that sex is marriage. Because, see, the thing is about being Israelites, and when we were just reading that, we are holy people. meaning that we are separate people, right? So we don't, have sex with anybody, right? We have sex with particular people, someone that we're going to spend the rest of our life with and protect and provide for, and someone that is of our people, and especially making sure that we don't just rush into things, because how many of us avoided all the red flags just because the faith card was good? I'm pretty sure that all of us can say that we did that before the truth. But being in the truth, you don't avoid the red flags, because the Lord tells you to prove a friend. Make sure that that woman or that man is good for you. That's why sisters come into the school and they get a man in here, and it's a courting process, right? Because sex is marriage. We just don't have sex with women and just throw them away, right? It's a 6 months. They court for 6 months, right? And then when they court for 6 months, they getting to know each other without the sex. Imagine how much you're going to find out without sex being on the table. You're going to find out everything. You're going to find out their flaws, their weakness, their strengths, and then you're going to realize, okay, this person is not for me. I can't deal with their personality, you know what I'm saying? Like, they a little bit too aggressive for me, or, they don't, I can't vibe with them like that. And then instead of you having sex with that woman and throwing her away, you know what I'm saying, damaging her, now you don't have sex with her. You're like, no, that's good, sis. You know what I'm saying? It was nice talking to you, getting to know you, but I don't think this is gonna work. Or vice versa, shorty might say that. And instead of us destroying each other, we help build each other. Because that joint might not work. They might have you sitting back thinking, like, hey, well, it's about me. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's power behind knowing sex is marriage. Read what you got.
We'll get started at 63. Start at 64.
Yeah, let's start at 64. Let me see what that says.
It's Genesis chapter 24, verse 64. And Rebekah lifted up her eyes, and when she saw Isaac, she lighted off the camel. Verse 65. For she had said unto the servant, what man is this that walketh in the field to meet us?
Right.
And the servant had said, it is my master. Therefore she took a veil and covered herself. Verse 66. And the servant told Isaac all things that he had done. Verse 67. And Isaac brought her into his mother Sarah's tent.
Now here this go. His Isaac's mother Sarah had passed away, right? Now this is Isaac and Rebekah getting ready to marry, right? He didn't take her to the motel, or, you know what I'm saying, took her pulled over in a car or something like that. He saw the value in this woman, right? He wanted to be with her for the rest of his life. You're going to find out right here, bro.
Verse 67. And Isaac brought her into his mother Sarah's tent and took Rebekah. And took Rebekah.
His possession now. When you gain a woman, that's your possession. Because that's yours. That's why, you be like, yeah, that's my shorty. Right. You know what I mean? That's my girl. You feel what I'm saying? That's your possession. So anytime you see in the Bible, it say, it laid with her, bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh, took her, meaning that, you know what I mean? He had sex with her. They did what they did. And now, read the next part.
And took Rebekah, and she became his wife.
His what?
Became his wife.
There's going to be a lot of things people is going to try to say about marriage. In the beginning, you didn't need no certificate from the government saying that was your wife. You didn't need to get down on one bended knee. He didn't get on a bended knee. He didn't say no vows. You know what the vow is? Is you having sex with her, saying that all my duties, I'm going to complete them. If you want to keep it real, you done already said your vows, talking to her, getting to know her. Like, listen, before you even do it, brothers in the school, when we gain the white, we like, listen, you know what this means, right? Yeah, yo, listen, we be like, you know what this means, right? Like, listen, like, you don't want to do this, you don't got to. But, you know, if you do want to do this, you know what I'm saying, then you let them know, like, what it is. And you ask her, like, you know what I'm saying? It's a formal conversation between the two. That's the vow right there. You know what I'm saying? You already explaining to her that you got her. You already showed and expressed that she can trust you. And you making a move with her, she already showed that you can trust her. I always tell brothers, when you stop looking at sex as just a dopamine rush. You know what I'm saying? Sex is serious. That's why a lot of brothers is out here. You think that child support is just there for no reason? That's a punishment. That's a curse. Right. You know what I'm saying? That child support is a curse. You know what I mean? Because if you mess with the wrong woman, she will put you on child support, even when you're taking care of your kids. We already know how it go. You know what I'm saying? And she'll just backdoor you. You dig what I'm saying? So that's why you always want to make sure that you get a good woman, right? And we always tell brothers, man, get a woman in the I.S.U.P.K. You know what I mean? Because that's the best thing to do if you really want good results. Because sisters that come in here, they not like sisters out there. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna have to worry about her being in everybody's club and bar, getting all drunk. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta worry about her dressing up all like a slut, twerking, you know what I mean, posting all types of prerogative things on social media. We don't got those problems. Another thing too, our women don't act ratchet. You know what I'm saying? Like, they from the hood, don't get it wrong. You know what I mean? They done probably been in some shootouts. You know what I mean? They done got the past, but they are delicate. Why? Because they had to realize and understand that you got brothers now, and we got you. You know what I mean? Coming in here, you're gonna have to protect them too. You know what I'm saying? Your wife or your sisters, and your brothers too. You all stick together. You know what I'm saying? Continue reading. I think we about to be done with this part right here.
Come. And he loved her.
And he loved her, man. How many? I know when I was in the world, I wasn't loving the chicks. I barely love myself in the world.
Right.
I ain't love them. None of us really do when we just out here slanging. It's whatever. It's up. You know what I'm saying? This man, he didn't just have casual sex with this woman. This is our forefather. He giving us the game. Get a woman that you love. He's like, you seen, I put her in my mother's tent. I love this woman. I'm willing to die for this woman. I'm willing to do everything I had to do, you know what I mean, to serve this woman. You dig what I'm saying? As much as it's her job to serve you. You know what I'm saying? Like us up here, we serving you. You ain't serving us. It's our responsibility. Being a man of Israel, YAHANNA, a prince of the power, your duty, you're obligated to put in the work.
Right.
I always tell brothers, I be like, listen, you can't talk about the problem if you ain't trying to fix it. You know what I mean? Then that awkward silence happens. But it is what it is. We got to get to it. You know what I mean? So we just read Genesis, the 24th chapter and 67th verse. Now you know that sex is marriage. Yeah, back to Deuteronomy. Go ahead.
Do you want to have scripture on the oils and incense, sir?
Yeah, we're gonna get to that. Just hold it, Bubba Shop. We're gonna get to that. The water though. Appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Like on here, man, we all about brotherhood. Like we went to Hebrew Academy. That's how we able to get these jackets, right? And one thing, boy, I'm trying to tell you, they made sure do that boot camp. Do that rigorous training and how they put us through, we had to realize one thing, and we all realized how deep it was being in here. We was in here for some years, but we really realized how big brotherhood was, because we couldn't have did it without each other. You know what I'm saying? More importantly, the Lord, but it's another part when it comes to your brothers. And in here, we all about brotherhood. because we love one another. You know what I'm saying? We ain't just here for the good times. We here for the bad ones too. So anytime you're going through some problems, issues, whatever, you contact the school. You get a brother, you get our numbers in here. You know what I'm saying? And anytime you, at the end of the class, you get our numbers, you know what I'm saying? And whatever issues and problems you got, call the brothers. You know what I'm saying? We're going to give you the counsel that you need. So that counsel is coming out the Bible. Because it's coming out the Bible, that's coming from the Lord. You know what I'm saying? That's how counsel works. Read what you got.
Going back to Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
Holy means separate. Hold what you got. Give me Leviticus, the 20th chapter and 26th verse. I'm gonna show you what the word holy means. Right? Inside the Bible, I can go into the Zyderman Compact Dictionary, but I can also go inside the Bible. The Zyderman Compact Bible Dictionary, hold it up for him. We always got these in the class, right? This is a good study tool to have. Anybody that's watching online, right? Make sure you get your Zyderman Compact Bible Dictionary. That is the complete and official component that goes to this Bible, all right? Because it gives you the clear cut. It even tell you that's the difference between Africans and blacks. They say the Shemites was black,
Right.
but they would be considered the Negroes. The Hamites is the Africans. No lie. When I seen that, I was like, hey, yo, the white man know the truth. But we anti-Semitic. You know what I'm saying? It don't make sense. Like, and it's crazy because they try to say we anti-Semitic. How we anti-us? But when we go on TV, we see you trying to destroy who? The Shemites. The other Shemites. Oh, what? Yeah, why not? Well, no. First off, no, we're gonna drop that. We get to that because I don't want to muddy the waters. Let's get to Leviticus, the 20th chapter, the 26th verse. Go ahead.
Okay. Leviticus 20, verse 26.
Yeah.
And ye shall be holy unto me.
Listen, this is the Lord telling you how we should be holy. Let's figure out what he means by that. Go ahead.
For I, the Lord, am holy.
Yeah, the Lord is holy. He's separate. You know what I'm saying? He don't act in the way of Zeus. Zeus was out having sex. According to Greek mythology, they call it mythology. They know it's fake, right? Greek mythology, Zeus had sex with anything. Zeus was having sex with all the women, they will or, without them even wanting them to have sex with them, making demigods. You know what I mean? Hera was the biggest freak on the block. You know what I'm saying? Hera was the jealous wife. Oh, you having sex with him? Okay, I'm gonna go have sex with other men. You know what I mean? And women. Like, they was disgusting, man. You go into these other spiritualities, God is okay. Their God is okay with them being whores, right? That's why you ever seen these spiritual sisters? Let me tell you the difference between 1West sisters and these spiritual sisters, right? These spiritual sisters would believe in everything but not being a whore, right? They would worship rocks, it's your crystals, right? They would worship sage. Sage is supposed to help. That sage ain't gonna help your pH balance. You know what I'm saying? You done had how many rods in a month? And you supposed to be the spiritual woman? That's why your pH balance off. You got all these rods going up in you. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you can keep a man. If you spiritual, you're supposed to talk to your ancestors, they should tell you to shut your mouth. You know what I'm saying? If your ancestors, listen, this is one sister, right? Me and Zara, we done, brother officer Zara, we was on Clubhouse. You ever heard of Clubhouse? Yeah. We gave this sister good counsel. We told her, man, She got kids. She got like 5 of them joints. We told her, we wound up figuring, she told us about this guy she was dealing with. We told her, listen, you need to be very careful because she just got out of a divorce. We told her to be careful. Don't go off and start messing with other men. We told her really to get in class. Oh, no, I ain't doing all that. No. Okay. She sat up there, didn't want to listen. We saw the guys that she was dealing with. We said, they ain't good guys. You know what I'm saying? You're a pretty sister. You don't have to be moving like that. Just fall back, chill. It's going to come to you. Well, she did not listen. She moved to a state where I don't even think it's black people in. And she got pregnant and got twins on the way. And the guy don't even want to take care of the kids that he impregnated her with. Twins. So that's 7 kids she's about to be stuck with. Let me see. Should she have listened to us? Yes. You dig what I'm saying? And she's a spiritualist. Oh, I talked to the ancestors. The ancestors ain't tell you to listen to us. Like, yo, you know them crazy behind the Israelites is saying something right. No, because they're not ancestors. She's just crazy. You hearing voices in your head, sis. That's all it is. All them rocks and all the spiritual baths and all the readings and all that. You don't learn how to take sound advice. That's why God said, I'm holy. This God, the Most High, Yahweh, would have told her exactly what we told her. Because we came from the words of Yahweh. Slow down. Don't have sex with nobody. You should prove that man first.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She didn't want to listen. Come to class. Oh, I want to listen. Let me grab me Hosea 4:6. Hold on. I'm gonna come right back to you. I'm gonna show you how the Lord works, man. And it's sad because a lot of our people fall victim, right? When we don't know how the Lord really operates. We think that God is in the Buddhist temple. I just read that the Buddhist monks got busted. Everybody got tested positive for crystal meth. They are in the Buddhist monk temple smoking meth. You know what I'm saying? Bugged out their mind. I said, yo, their meditation probably was crazy. They probably was in that joint rumbling, up for days, wired 96.5. Tweaking. Them Buddhist monks is tweaking right now. Smoking meth. And that's what you go reference. Listen, they got all this spiritual awakening. Why you don't see the Buddhist monks in the hood helping? They supposed to be these holy people. Right. That they meditate all that time. And guess what? They do service to their people. They don't do service to us. You know, the only time I see, it's a Buddhist temple down in Southwest, where I'm from, in a cut, in a ducky, whole little temple, in the right where the project's at. You don't never see them helping people out there in the projects, giving out food or nothing like that. Why? Because their God is not the God of the living. It's the God of the dead. You know what I'm saying? Like that whole thing with these other gods, all the witchcraft, they told it's white magic. White magic ain't helping Haiti going through their problems, right? Fixing their problems. You ain't gonna see it. Why? Because it's not of the Most High. You dig what I'm saying? Like all those African deities, the Egyptian deities. You know what I'm saying? Where is these guys at? You know what I'm saying? When I look around, I see the fruit that's really being produced. I don't see Allah producing fruit. I don't see Papa Alegba producing fruit. You know what I'm saying? I don't see none of these deities. Amun-Ra, whatever in the world you want to believe in, I don't see it working. I see the Most High working, and He said that I'm holy. I don't got no other gods with me. I call the shots. That's what the Most High says. You know what I'm saying? Read what you got. About the show.
Book of Hosea, chapter 4, verse 6.
Mm-hmm.
My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
I take the juice. Read it one more time.
Come. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
Our people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. That sister, she should have listened to me and Zara, brother that's in the school, right? She should have listened. And there was more brothers that's giving the game that was in the school. She didn't want to listen. Read that one more time.
My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
Because we don't know the knowledge of God, we believe in crystals. We believe that some vibrations of crystals would keep us from having negative energies on us. You know what I'm saying? Like, here's the thing. If crystals are supposed to help us keep negative energies away from us, then why y'all with crystals always end up in bad relationships? Y'all supposed to have these crystals and they supposed to be all magical and stuff. Why those crystals ain't stopping you from smoking weed and popping pills? You know what I'm saying? Open your legs up to every man that make you hot in between your legs. You know what I'm saying? It don't work.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? Keep going.
My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge.
Because we reject knowledge. Go ahead.
I will also reject thee.
He'll reject you. And that's how it go. You know what I'm saying? You can go back to Deuteronomy 7. Matter of fact, while he's doing that, Leviticus 20-26. You know what I'm saying? So here, we're learning that because we don't have knowledge and we reject it, then we get bad results. That's why when brothers and sisters, when we be at camp, a lot of people, nowadays, people just agree with us. They just don't want to get in class because they don't want to change their life. But many other times, it's times that people would come against the camp, tripping out. Every time we come out, man, saying all types of stuff. And, you know, we're telling them, hey, you should watch what you say out your mouth because the Lord is watching you. You should watch who you talk to because the Lord is with us. Don't do that. No lie. Cause how many times we done went to camp and, you know, them same people that Trenton, remember Trenton?
Yeah.
We was out Trenton.
Yeah.
This old head used to trip out on us every time. Set it off. Act like he was about to come up, do all types of stuff. And I remember and this is how deep the brotherhood is in the school. We did a food drive, right? We always give out food every time we do camp while we out there. But this particular time, we came out there strictly to feed people, right? Like hot food. He looked like he didn't want to come over because he was too prideful. And then when everybody told him, like, yo, man, this food good. You better get some. Dude came over, was like, hey, man, it's cool if I get a plate. Go ahead, brother. Now he like, oh, snaps. I didn't curse y'all out. I told y'all I was going to shoot y'all, all that. You know what I mean? Boom. Then he's tried to start it up again. You know what happened after that? We ain't see him ever again. Ain't see him again. And that is an ongoing story. When we might see brothers and sisters at camp, they might come against us. We won't see them for some months, weeks, a year or two. The next time we see them, they out there, we hear them talking, yeah, man, just got out. You know what I'm saying? Man, I got shot, man. I had to, you know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, boom. All of that. We didn't counsel people. They ain't want to listen. They get the bad end of the stick. They reject knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, go ahead.
So the card is bringing out is heavy because we trying to let our people know that rejecting the knowledge of the Most High God, you know, you choosing death. You understand, brother? Hey, you choosing death, right? So I got a precept in Proverbs chapter 1, verse 7. It says, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. You understand? But fools despise wisdom and instruction. And that's what's going on right now in our society, in our community. You know what I'm saying? A lot of our people, we don't like instruction. We don't like discipline. You know what I'm saying? When you want to, as you are, you're coming into this truth to figure out some knowledge, right? About who you are, your identity. And that's a good thing. But the beginning of that knowledge is to understand that you got to fear the Lord and obey his commandments. You understand what I'm saying? Like in verse 5, Proverbs chapter 1, verse 5, it says, a wise man will hear and will increase learning.
Right.
So that's what you're doing right now. You come into the school and you're trying to increase your learning.
Right.
You understand? The Lord said a wise man will do that. And it's wise to come into the home of the truth and not go to these different camps out here. We already broke that down before we started the class. But you know what I'm saying? You don't want to go to people that's watering down the teaching of the Bible. You understand? Because that's what Christianity is.
Right.
You only go into a place where you're trying to actually run from. This society is teaching you how to live like a Christian.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? You come into this truth, you're going to increase your learning, and you're going to find out that you got to obey the Most High God and keep his commandments. Reading on, it says, and a man of understanding shall attain into wise counsels. So you are a man of understanding if you listen to the brothers teaching in this school. You understand? You listen to the counsels of us breaking down these scriptures and telling you how you should actually change your life.
Right.
You understand? Go out there and help change your brothers and your sisters that's doing drugs and being prostitutes, being whores, not watching out who they sleeping with. You understand what I'm saying? That's what's destroying our community today. And we represent our community. So, you know what I mean? We not, to these other nations, we at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? We not desired in this society
At all.
We at the bottom.
Right.
That's all I know.
Yeah. So what the brother is saying is heavy, man. This is what you want to always keep in your armor. You know what I'm saying? As an Israelite man, because you know the more you come to class, the more the world is going to open up to you, right? And the Lord is going to really start revealing things. You know what I mean? And we ain't no Christians. We ain't trying to make this sound all mystical, but with knowledge, your eyes begin to start opening, right? It's this movie I always reference. It's called They Live, right? Howard know what I'm talking about. It's a movie back Roddy Piper, right? And the dad off of ATL, right? They both played in that movie. And you know, in the movie, you probably seen the clip if you ever watched like conspiracy videos. You ever seen the clothing brand Obey? It's like OBEY. Yeah, that clothing brand symbol actually came from that movie. So they wore these glasses, these revolutionists, right? They do the same work that we do, right? Trying to wake up the people. They made these glasses for you to actually see what they like the world for what it really was. And like again, it was a movie, so it kind of got a little, weird. But they were showing like you might see a poster for like, I don't know, let's say Victoria's Secret, and it might say be lustful. When you got the glasses on, you'll see be lustful. You know what I'm saying? So it goes deep into like how, the powers that be, try to push this evil agenda. You know what I'm saying? And like, I think that's heavy because a lot of us don't know. Like, think about it. Like weed right now, weed is legal. But it was a time when if you had 3 little sat on weed bags of Reggie, you was getting locked up.
Quarter.
You know what I'm saying? I got locked up. They expunged my record on that charge. I was like, man, y'all better have. It was 2012, man. I was selling drugs, right? But these was, at a certain time, you got your own personal stuff. They was all squished up and everything. I had no plan on selling them. You know what I'm saying? And they was 5 little sad on bags. The white guys didn't even care. The brother was the one that locked me up. And now it's legal. So all of us, we can smoke weed all we want according to the law of the land. You can smoke it. You don't get in trouble. But they write you a ticket. That's if. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not a crime anymore. So they do that to set us up in a trap. You dig what I'm saying? But when you lost in the smoke, smoking, oh yeah, you know what I mean? Boom, they got all the gas out now. You're not waking up. You're not seeing the truth. They just want you to be a drug addict. They want your money. Now they want you to come to them for your habit. They want you to deteriorate your brain, which will lead you into jail cell or prison system or messing with the wrong woman. And now they benefit off of your mess ups. Are you smoking, or you gonna go ahead and celebrate whatever they celebrate? You're gonna eat whatever they eat. You're gonna be a good slave.
Right.
But when you come into the truth, give me Romans. Matter of fact, give me Romans 12:2. You know what I like. You keep reading what you was reading. Let's go back to this to Leviticus 20 and 26. I'm gonna show you how the Lord wants you to really open your eyes. And this is what the Christian church don't teach. When we read out the Bible, anything we say out the Bible, the Christian church don't teach at all.
Right.
At all. The most they teach is what? A historical event that happened, and they won't even go into that for real. You know what I'm saying? When they say Christ was crucified, that's probably the only thing that they say is correct. You dig what I'm saying? Right. Because whatever else they say, and this is the part that we got to understand. It's not their doctrine. It's the white man's doctrine. The white man made the doctrine for you to make money off of the Bible. But when you read the real doctrine, it's made for you to make all the money. It's for you to suffer and put in the work for your people. It's made for you to say to hell with this world. It's made for you to be hated by your people for telling them the truth. Who you think crucified Christ? Wasn't the Romans? Of course, they was the white people. White people, they was the one that ruled over us. But it was the Israelites' call to crucify Christ. Right? Pilate said, I don't want nothing to do with this. In my eyes, he's innocent. But y'all want to do it? This is on y'all hands. This ain't on mine. You dig what I'm saying? His own people killed him. Why? Because he tore it out of the book. He taught the real doctrine. He didn't teach the doctrine to make everybody, kumbaya, hugs and kisses, shake a tambourine. A grown man shaking a tambourine. You think the Lord want to see that? Good night. You know what I'm saying? That's why you don't see no tambourines behind these chairs, brother. You know what I'm saying? You want a fan? We'll cut the air on for you. We're gonna do that in here. You know what I mean? You can't get up and start speaking and talking gibberish. All that, we're gonna tell you, brother, sister, shut your mouth, please. Be quiet, sit down. You know what I mean? Because it's nonsense. That's the white man's doctrine. And here we teach the black man's doctrine. The so-called black Hispanic Native American doctrine. More importantly, we're teaching Yahweh's, the Lord in Hebrew doctrine. All right, read what you got in Leviticus 20 and 26.
And ye shall be holy unto me,
Uh-huh.
for I, the Lord, am holy.
Now, you got a good understanding of holy, right? How the Lord is separate, right? And you see how he said for us to be separate, holy. Keep going.
And have severed you from other people.
What do you know what the word severed mean?
Like to separate.
Right.
Cut off.
Yeah, to cut off. Read that part again.
And have severed you from other people.
I don't know your background too much. Really, this is our first time meeting. But let me ask you, did you ever hear of a pastor ever saying this?
No.
Never, ever, ever.
You know, I used to fall asleep during church.
Most High Christ. That was the Lord, man. I'm trying to tell you. Is anybody that I used to hate going to church.
It's not on anything.
And I didn't want to say that out loud when I was young. But I used to be like, we going to church? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, listen, brothers that sisters that used to like going to church and coming here, I'm like, I don't see how you can do it. Like, yo, the Lord got to be with you. Because, I mean, yo, I used to hate going to church. I used to fall asleep too. You ever used to get hit in the back of the head by your grandma or your mom? Like, get it, boy, get it.
My older brother, grandpa, took it. He was the only reason why I ever went to church.
Uh-huh.
He never used to hit me, but I used to definitely get stared at because I'm not know every time.
Yeah, that's how it goes. Like, you be tired, you be like, you get the nug or you like, I wasn't asleep. Boy, don't you lie in the church. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Like, we in there suffering because we ain't learning what we need to learn. We don't hear kids coming here talking about, I don't want to. They don't go to sleep. They be watching. Kids be watching. Why? Because they seeing men be men. You know what I'm saying? These kids don't see that on a regular unless their parents is in the truth. You know what I'm saying? And when they see us, they see soldiers. That's why I always tell sisters, you know, some sisters, the father might not be in the life, but they might got a little brother. I said, bring them here. You come to class, bring them in here. You know what I'm saying? And they'll see what men's supposed to be like. And honestly, brother, it's your duty as well to show these young guys, you understand, what a man's supposed to be like. Show these young girls what a man's supposed to be like. You understand? Because, man, listen, if you ever listen to what these sisters be saying out their mouth, and you find out they got a man, my first thing in my head, I'm like, your man must be a bitch.
Right.
Your man got to be a bitch. Because how is you being able to have this logic and your man never heard this or ever correct you? It's either your man's a bitch or he is going to sleep with other women on you. You know what I'm saying? Because you going around this logic. Yeah, you a piece of work. And trust me, in here, brother, we done spoke and counseled them all. You know what I'm saying? To be able to say that. We don't be wrong.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So to get back to it, right? Let's keep reading. I don't want to coming up on the time. So
That ye should be mine.
that ye shall be mine. So the Lord cut us off, you know what I mean, so that we can be a nation of our own. He gave us these laws, statutes, commands. He only gave it to us, right? Give me Psalms 147.
Come back.
Oh, you got it?
Psalms 147, 19 and 20.
Yep. Show you, man, like all these, like Muhammad was a pedophile. I don't know if I can say that. I'm gonna say it because it's true. He was a kid toucher. You know what I'm saying? He was an evil person. Muhammad, the Lord never dealt with Muhammad. And I'm gonna show you right here. Go ahead.
Psalms 147, verse 19 and 20.
Go ahead.
He showeth his word unto Jacob,
Jacob is us, the 12 tribes of Israel. Keep going.
his statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
Unto us. He showed us all that, brother. When you look in the mirror, you go to your job, know who you is. Stand on it. Stand on business. You know what I'm saying? You are the Lord's chosen. Don't never ever count yourself as just being another nigga out here in America. When you look around at these other people, know that they are your enemies. You understand? Your people, have mercy on your people. You gotta have mercy on them. You gotta understand that they don't know what you know, what you're gonna be learning. So have patience. Don't be easily angered and triggered. You gotta lead by example, right? And what we read right here is our wisdom. The beginning of wisdom is fearing the Lord. That's your beginning of your wisdom, because if you fear the Lord, everything else starts to make sense. Because the way how you build wisdom is through trial and error, through study, understanding, and knowledge, so that you can gain the wisdom, right? So here, read it one more time.
He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
Know that all of us, are chosen people of the Most High. He ain't give this law to nobody else. Keep going.
He had not dealt so with any nation.
Read that one more time.
He had not dealt so with any nation.
So how the pedo so-called Prophet Muhammad get the truth?
Right.
He ain't an Israelite. He an Ishmaelite. Ishmael only got a promise. And that was just a nation with some princes. You know what I'm saying? And some land. That was about it. That's all he got. And the Lord was with Ishmael until the promise was fulfilled. And after that, he didn't get nothing else. But we follow after these other nations. You know what happens? We believe whatever they say. Right. Oh, Gabriel spoke to Muhammad. And he got the revelation that we should no longer keep reading out of this book. That's nonsense. Muhammad, you ever heard of Aisha? You go inside the hadith, brother, you'll see some horrible things. Aisha was 6 years old when he first laid eyes on her. You understand? And he took her when she was 9 years old. Before, remember, I told you what took me, right? Before then, he was following that little girl. You understand? I don't even want to say it on air because it's that disgusting. But he was a sick, perverted individual. There's no way the Lord is going to deal with a man like that. You dig what I'm saying? Especially he's an Ishmaelite. He's a heathen. With Muhammad, he said that Abraham built the rock in Mecca. And we supposed to bow down to it. The Most High said, don't make a graven image on your land and bow down to it. Because you bowing down to a false idol. You dig what I'm saying? Like that is nonsense. Like Muhammad is not the truth. He tried to discredit the Bible. How? How you gonna try to discredit the Bible? He took away all our holidays. You know what I'm saying? Supposedly, if we let him have it, we don't get to celebrate none of the holidays that's in the Bible that the Lord told us to celebrate.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. It don't even make sense. Why it don't make sense? Because it's not of the Lord. That's just simple. All right. Keep reading.
And as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord.
They don't have no revelations. Why you think the Bible revelations comes true? And he always, when things get rough, they start trying to call their pastors. You know that the government watched the I.S.U.P.K? Because they know that we know the real breakdowns. They know. Because they got the historical records and evidence of who we really are. You never listen. I remember Joe Biden went. He was at a press conference. He said the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Who else say it like that? Who else say it like that, bro? When who says that in the world, saying blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans in that order? That's us. Nobody put that together because they try to separate us. He said the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You know, Sleepy Joe can't talk. You know, he like damn near retarded. You know what I'm saying? He's retarded. But yo, they watch us. You know what I'm saying? They watch us in secret because they know that we know the real Hebrew. They know everything that we saying is true. They see the debates. They see it. They watch us. That's why when some fake Israelites shot the Jewish cats over there in Jersey, they came to us. Commander Jenny Holland, we all sitting here on security watching these white people. And they interviewed Commander Jenny Holland. Let me tell you how evil they is. Commander Jimmy Yohanna dropped a lot of bombs in that interview. And the only thing they kept was they clipped it up. He said a lot. They didn't want that knowledge to get out there. Why do you think they try to shut down Kyrie Irving and Kanye West? When we just had an interview with Kanye West, Cat Tazariak interviewed Kanye West, the homosexual brother, in the beginning, he got to answer all his questions, but he asked worldly questions. Us, we premeditated the questions very, like, they was passed down from seasoned men, the generals. Captain Tazariak talked to the generals. It was like, well, ask them this. Dun. And because Kanye West knew where the conversation was going, the Jewish man clipped the whole interview because it was on their platform. They clipped it. Hasta la vista. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it goes. Because they know the truth, brother. It's up to us to know the truth. It's up to us to realize and understand who the Lord gave these laws, these statutes, commands, and these judgments. We know how Christ is coming back. Do the Christian church know? I don't know. They talking about the rapture. The rapture is an orgasm. When you look at the rapture, it's an orgasm. That's it. You know what I'm saying? This is what happened when during sex. Everybody done had a rapture at one time in their life. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of that is nonsense. When Christ comes back, Christ is coming back for vengeance. I'll show you the judgment right here. Give me Revelations, what's that, the 19th chapter, 11th verse? All right? I'm going to show you how Christ coming back. Because they try to put this spin on the belief of how Christ is coming back. Christ specifically said how he was coming back in the book of Revelations. All through the Bible, it tells you how Christ is going to come back the second time. You know what I'm saying? Not when he was resurrected, talking about when he come back to stay. Like, that's why I said we in grace. That's how we able to sin and not be punished by the priest. We sin and we gotta deal with the Lord. You dig what I'm saying? Like, we had to deal with the Lord, meaning that when you go turn on the news, you see why a lot of these young guys is dying. You see why these young girls is out here being shot and killed. Because they backdooring. They whoring. You know what I'm saying? They ain't listening to their parents. Or, you know, they doing drugs, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Remember the John Shaniqua, the girl that got killed in Cabo? She out there with a homosexual.
Shaquilla Robinson.
Yeah, Shaquilla Robinson. That's a sad thing. But one thing we gotta understand that the Lord allowed that to happen. You understand? When you ain't sleep no more, you don't take death the same way anymore. You really observe it for what it is. See, here we know that you come back, right? We know that you come back. We understand that we under these curses. You understand? We know that it's a consequence for your actions. You dig what I'm saying? That's just a lifestyle. She's not in here. So she don't have that protection from the Most High. She befriended homosexuals. That homosexual killed her. As a man. But everybody wants to give homosexual men this pass for claiming that they women. They want to befriend them. You dig what I'm saying? They living in a certain lifestyle that they ain't supposed to be living. Right? But I'm going to show you this judgment right here. Go ahead and read.
Revelations chapter 19, verse 11. And I saw heaven opened, and behold, a white horse. And he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True.
Mm-hmm.
And in righteousness he doth judge and make war.
That's Christ. On that white horse, that's Christ. He has authority over all the angels and over all men and women and child. You understand? Especially the I.S.U.P.K. Keep going.
Verse 12. His eyes were as a flame of fire.
You heard about that breakdown, right? All right, everybody, we done watch Good Times. You had to hear about the breakdown about Christ being black. And guess who you think Good Times got it from? Us. Because we were saying Christ is black. Am I wrong, Hawar? Hawar was stepping back then. You know what I mean? Hawar was live and affecting the truth. You dig what I'm saying? It'll tell you, yeah, it was the I.S.U.P.K. You dig what I'm saying? Keep going.
And on his head were many crowns.
Let's figure out how you get all these many crowns. Keep going.
And he had a name written that no man knew.
That meant no man knew. Nobody knows how Christ really get down. Nobody really knows the reputation of Christ. People don't know Christ was a soldier. What Christian you know gonna go inside of a temple? You know Israel ain't no nuts. You dig what I'm saying? Israel wasn't. We was going to war against the Romans. He went inside the temple and turned over everything, beat everybody out the temple. You know what I'm saying? That don't sound like a Christian pastor to me. That don't sound like a deacon to me. You know what I'm saying? He would call the authorities. Christ didn't call the authorities. He said, I am the authority. I'm the commander in chief. Look at that. Out this temple. Keep going.
That no man knew but he himself.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 13. And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood.
Now, again, it says that nobody don't know how Christ get down. Everybody think that you're going to wait in a long line and get your heart weighed on a balance scale. Or you're going to come into the light. You're going to come into the light, all right, when thermonuclear warheads hit. Because that's when Christ said, that's around the time I'll come. You dig what I'm saying? They're going to see the light. You know what they said? It was some bomb. What was the atomic bomb? I think like the survivors said they put their hand over their eyes and they can see through their eyes. And they see through their hand and they seen the bone. I was like, what? You ever heard about that?
Okay.
Yeah, they was able to see through their bones, see through their eyelids. They gonna see the light. If you don't change your ways, and we pray that all Israel be saved. The same way all Israel was able to be saved when it came to the time of, the time period of Exodus. We pray for that. We don't pray for just the 1/3 to make it. We pray that all, the whole 3 make it. You know what I'm saying? But you don't make your election sure. That's what the Lord said. Make your election sure. All right, keep going.
And his name called the Word of God.
His name was called the Word of God. You know what I mean? Because he commands. Because the Lord gives him the commands and Christ makes the commands. You dig what I'm saying? He's right there with the Most High. And here's the thing. He had a visher dipped in blood. How you going to get, how is your garment going to be dripped in blood, you know?
Kill it.
About what?
By killing.
Say it louder. I want the people at home to hear you.
By killing.
About what?
By killing.
By killing. Let's get that brother in here. You know what I'm saying? By killing. Not murdering like the oppressor. You know what I'm saying? But killing. Because that's what the nation of Israel is all about. War. You know what I'm saying? We're about war, brotherhood. You understand? We can't be soft, man. We don't even, the I.S.U.P.K is the only true army for the nation of Israel.
That's right.
Straight up and down. When everything hits the fan, you think these other schools don't know we the truth? They're going to contact us like they always do. They study us. You know how many times I done talk to brothers? I talked to brothers from Sakara. They said, man, y'all got this, the discipline, man. Y'all real militant. It's just, I can't get down with y'all. Like, y'all, like, they can't even answer it, bro. No lie. It's just because they want the glory for themselves. And here, we don't care about glory. You know what I'm saying? Today, we going to after class is over, we're going to strip this school down and do work. And guess what? We ain't looking for glory. Hell yeah. Make a Facebook post about me and put me on Instagram and, give me a red ribbon and a gift card to TGI Fridays. Because no, just do it. You dig what I'm saying? That's how we got to do it. What you was going to say, Award?
I would say Slakia, not the glory of man, the glory of the Lord.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We want the Lord to say, look, we down here doing what you told us to do. You know what I'm saying? Because think about it. And this is what helps me in particular, personally. It helps me stay on this path that we all on. And, to multiply the penny that was given to me. I did all the evil things in the world, right? I did all types of evil for years. Okay, why not just give the rest of my life to the Lord? You know what I'm saying? I done smoked all the blunts. I done sold all the drugs, robbed all the people. You know what I'm saying? Shot guns, had sex with women, throw them away, broke their hearts, made them all types of crazy and all of that. You know what I'm saying? I did all the evil stuff in the world, jumping people, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You name it, I did it. And why don't I just dedicate the rest of my life to this work? That's as much as I can do. You know what I'm saying? That's as much as all of us can do. You dig what I'm saying? Like, us being able to be in this class is not something, like, look at it as spiritual. This is spiritual. Nothing that has to do with this school is just regular, carnal. It's not carnal. It's spiritual. You know what I'm saying? Like, right now, the angels is clapping for you because they seeing another brother that has, had to go through the woes of this world, and you come in here to learn. They clapping for you as much as they clapped for us when we first came. I was high on my mind when I came in this joint, bro. I used to smell like a garden of grass. You know what I'm saying? But I knew this is where I need to be at. That's why I tell people, don't try to come when you perfect. You ain't gonna get perfect until you work with it with your brothers. You know what I'm saying?
5 days sober.
5 days sober? Most time cuts. And guess what? You check our numbers down, and if you need the ammo to fight your demons, you pick up that phone. Don't turn away because you might slip up. You know what I'm saying? Satan might get you. Don't, just keep fighting. And we're going to be right here with you to help you fight your battle that you got to fight. Somebody get the door. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be right here with you. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna help you get through whatever you gotta get through. But you gotta fight this fight. You know what I'm saying? And right now, man, this is a spiritual thing that's happening for you. Just stay focused, keep doing what you're doing. All right. Keep reading what you got. Hey, shalom, sis.
Verse 14. Revelation chapter 19, verse 14.
Mm-hmm.
And the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses.
Yeah, so now talking about the armies, right? Keep going.
The armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses,
Mm-hmm.
clothed in fine linen and white and clean.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 15. And out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword.
Now this is you seeing the angels and the 144 men. You understand that serve the Lord to the end. That's what you're seeing, right? Now, of course, we pray that all Israel receive mercy, right?
That's right.
But right here, we're reading about the ones that endure to the end. For a fact that we know is how it's going to go. They all endure to the end. And they are riding with Christ to do something. Let's keep going. Read that part again.
And out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword.
A sharp sword. Let's figure out what he's talking about.
That with it,
With what?
with
that sword. Go ahead.
he shall smite the nation.
He shall what?
Smite the nation.
Did you ever hear this in the Christian church? I never heard, yo, when I heard this, again, I was high out of my mind. So you can only imagine, you know, I was dumb high. I was just like, whoa. What? You know what I'm saying? Because I've never heard it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't hear that in the church. You hear about hugs and kisses and tamarines, old women passing out, somebody coming around, the sister pastor going around with her little napkin and hit you upside your head with holy water. You hear about all that in gospel songs, but you never heard a gospel song that says Christ is coming back with a sword to smite the nations. You never heard that. You know what I'm saying? And here you'll learn battle cries. You know what I'm saying? And you will hear in our battle cries, Babylon is going to fall, to rise no more.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? We battle crying out, saying that Christ is going to take over the world. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have crowns of gold. And we're going to make sure that Babylon doesn't rise up no more. That's a battle cry. We ain't singing in here, man. We might do songs. We rap. We sing. You know what I'm saying? But even that's hardcore. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no God so loved the children. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You'll hear brothers say, you say you're Israelite. Why you got all them guns? I'm an Israelite that own a lot of guns. You know what I'm saying? Because we soldiers in here. The Christian church, they don't even want you to have a firearm. Yo, remember I.U.I.C.? When the church ladies beat them up?
Oh, yeah.
Yo.
Getting knocked in the head with stilettos and stuff.
Yeah. The Christian church, I.U.I.C. is a Christian church. And the I.U.I.C. Christian church, the purple guys, right? The guys that wear purple. One, do y'all believe? I think me and you was talking about a word. That one shirt is $2,000. $2,000 for one shirt. A member has to get on a payment plan for one shirt, and it's gay. It's a gay purple shirt. You see how, man? Stand up real quick, man. This garment, no. You see this garment? You see where his fringes is at?
Yeah, not the shirt like mine.
Yeah, it's cool. You good. You ain't know. Now you know. What's that? Listen, look, don't listen. It's cool. Look, you know how many brothers came in here? Brother, I was high. You understand? Some brothers was high off of all types of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Brothers came in here with fringes on their shirt. You know what I'm saying? Don't get discouraged. You know what I'm saying? But now you know. If you ain't know, now you know. You know what I'm saying? And here's the thing, right? This brother is wearing the fringes where they're supposed to be at, right? We got shirts inside of our cabinet, no fringes on, right? That shirt probably only like $25, $30, right? I.U.I.C., that shirt is like $2,000. Recently, it came out that, y'all gave Kendrick Lamar all these I.U.I.C. shirts for free because he's rich. Mm-hmm. You see how that's crazy? That's why we tell people, come here to get clean. You know what I'm saying? You see how you said, I'm 5 days clean, right? It's a good thing, brother. You know what I'm saying? That's a good thing. You want to just keep focusing in on that. You know what I'm saying? Keep coming to class so that you can get stronger in these scriptures. You know what I'm saying? Next time I see you in class, you should have a notebook. Right. You got that precept book is going to save your life.
Can you get a precept for me?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Hey, War, you get Exodus 15 and 3.
I'm on it right now, sir.
Oh, that's what I need.
Y'all on it. Look, y'all
real quick.
Y'all like Shaq and Kobe.
I was holding it. Exodus.
Hold on, because what's heavy, man, this is the I.S.U.P.K, man. We've been on the Lord, man. Why? Because read real quick.
Exodus 15:3. Yahweh is a man of war.
So what?
A man of war.
So what?
A man of war.
Listen, man, we not in here playing the tambourine, hitting the triangle in the back of the choir, hitting high notes and all that stuff. Rocking the little purple shirts with the Frenches at the bottom, looking like you wearing skirts and all that stuff. Read it again.
The Lord is a man of war.
Man, we soldiers in here because why? Our power is a soldier. He's a man of war. You know, what is war? What's war again? Like, describe war real quick.
War is killing the opponent, honestly.
Yeah, we got enemies, man. And that's the thing. Like, the Most High, in our scriptures, man, he's teaching us that we have enemies. You're not going to learn that in the Christian church, man. In any other camp, probably. You're not going to learn that you have enemies in America. You know what I'm saying? In the I.S.U.P.K, we're going to teach you who your enemies are. We're going to teach you how to be a soldier. Real quick, I got another precept on what like attributes is required to be a man of war or a soldier, I should say, right? And what you doing? You said you sober for how long?
5 years.
That's what's up, bro. I got a precept, right? It's in Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6, verse 17. Because you're coming in here and you're trying to increase your learning, right? And you're learning right now that you need to obey the Most High God in order to increase that learning. But here's what's required. Here's what is required. It says Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6, verse 17. For the very true beginning of her is the desire of discipline. So you got to desire discipline to be a soldier, man. You understand what I'm saying? You ain't going to learn no discipline in these other Israelite camps. You're only going to learn it in the home of the truth. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Discipline. That's why they can't come in here, because they can't deal with the discipline that's required in order to stay in here and get in here. You know what I'm saying? Right. And that's been taught to us by the teachings of the Bible. You got to have discipline.
If I could, yo, what you saying is so heavy. Go ahead.
It's like, can I have a precept for that, sir, on the show?
We actually coming up on the time. But yeah, we can real quick. Yeah, go ahead. You got it?
Okay.
Yeah.
2 Timothy 2:3-5.
Uh-huh.
Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahushua.
Yeah, let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. Listen, and here, brother, in totality, what brothers is bringing up, to be in here, you must learn how to be disciplined. Listen, this guy right here, and this man right here, got on my nerves when they first came in. No lie. I love y'all brothers to death. But y'all know y'all was hard. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? Because they love discipline, they love the Lord, they realize, okay, let me tighten this up. Let me tighten that up. You know what I'm saying? They took the correction, they took the check-ins, so that now they can be able to lead other brothers that might have came in as hard-headed as them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, listen, him right here, you know what I'm saying? In particular, listen.
If I may, and discipline ain't no emotion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Discipline ain't no emotion. That's another thing you're going to learn coming to the truth. You don't care about the emotions, man.
Yeah.
Discipline, all right, to have discipline, you do what you have to do. You know what I'm saying? It's not no feeling.
Yeah.
It's not even, you have to do this work. You have to keep these commands. You do what you have to do. And that's what a soldier is required to do.
Yeah.
He's required to sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? Nobody sacrificed more than Christ. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So like I said, him put me through hell. You know what I mean? But through brotherhood, man, they realized, all right, let me not keep being crazy. You know what I'm saying? Definitely him. You know what I mean? He's from Jersey, Jersey City, right? No, not Jersey City, Newark. You know what I'm saying? Straight out of Newark, you know what I'm saying? I mean, listen, you know, but through the scriptures, studying, getting himself aligned, you know what I mean, and going through the training that every brother in here goes through, studying, being in class, then, you know, eventually he started falling in line. You know what I'm saying? Not to, you know, talk crazy on you, nothing like that. But he was tough. You know what I'm saying? He's a tough one. But because, you know what I mean, he loved the Lord, he realized, all right, man, I got to be disciplined, boom, boom. Then, you know, everything fell through. You know what I mean? So don't never think you're gonna come in here and you're gonna get it right then and there. A brother come in here, you come in here and the brother might correct you on something. Don't take it in the sense of he's trying to belittle you, right? We're doing out of brotherhood because it's either you want us to correct you or you want the Lord to correct you.
Right.
I don't want the Lord to correct me. I'm cool. Look, hey, brother, I'm did what wrong? All right, no sweat. If the Lord got to correct me, I don't want that because the Lord started talking. You like, oh, you can't take it from the man that I put over you. Okay, no sweat. Next thing I know, my car is being removed because I ain't listened to what the brother said. You know what I mean? Just things of that sort. But to finish the Revelations chapter, just so that we can get ready for the closing of the Sabbath service. You know what I mean? Thank y'all all for tuning in, man. You know, I'm holding it down for Officer Zarwai. You know, he usually take this. We just gonna send up first forward. You got it? Whoever got it.
The scripture, sir?
Everything good? It stopped streaming?
Nah.
Okay. I know so.
Oh, it's a Zarwai was in the chat.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I'm holding it down for Officer Zarwai, of course. You know what I mean? I'm just his second in command on the Sabbath service, but he will be back next week, Lord willing. All right, so let's go ahead and read what you got.
Was Revelation chapter 19, verse 15. And out of his mouth goes a sharp sword that with it he should smite the nations.
He shall what?
Smite the nations.
Smite the nations. You know what I mean? So that's Christ not coming back giving hugs and kisses. That's Christ coming back with a sword. Why he didn't come back with a? Why he didn't come and and start killing people in the time of Rome? Why? Because it wasn't time yet. Bottom line, right? Somebody might ask me why Christ didn't do it back then. He didn't get the order to do so. He had a mission to fulfill for his brothers and sisters. He had to complete the prophecy. He had to teach the truth and die for it and be perfect all the way till his death, right? That's why Christ didn't have much time to play with people. That's why he said, yo, they ain't getting it. That city ain't getting it. Move on to the next. We don't got time. You know what I mean? And he taught his men, and he was a master teacher. Because if you peep, a lot of things that he said went over his disciples' head. A lot of things he said went over their head. So it was dark parables. It was certain things that he was like, you're going to have to learn on your own when I'm not here anymore. It got to a point where it was like, hold on. I see why we don't need to be baptizing no more. So we baptizing with the truth. We baptizing, we cleaning the people by teaching them the words of God. People wasn't getting cleaned up before. John the Baptist came through by water. You don't see that nowhere in the scripture. It tells you to go get in a lake and dip your head under there, get dipped under there by the priest, and everything is forgiven, and that wasn't it. You dig what I'm saying? But the disciples was like, oh, we're going to keep doing it, He was like, it ain't a sin doing it. You don't need to do it. You understand? So let's stop there. Let's keep reading.
And he shall rule them with a rod of iron.
Rule them with a rod of iron. Keep going.
And he treadeth the winepress of the fierceness and wrath of Almighty God.
Yes, that's it. Yeah, so like right there, it said he will rule them with a rod of iron. A rod of iron meaning that all these other nations will be put into captivity. After every war, you are a prisoner of war. We have rules on that. We don't have sex with prisoners of war of other nations.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, you can marry the people of your people if you had a civil war. The sister might Now I have a man, he died in battle. You know, you might want to marry her. She'll become a concubine, right? And she wouldn't be on the same level as your wife, of your other wives or wife, because she was gained by a war. Meaning that, okay, you're an Israelite, you understand? But we never forget that your people went against the Lord. You dig what I'm saying? And now, you know, that's how you became his wife. So, with that being said, man, I think that concludes it. Anybody else got anything to say? Got any more questions? All right. What about you, War?
No question.
All right. So, with that being said, we're gonna close out. All right. With that being said, that concludes the service. All right. With I.S.U.P.K. Start out at 1West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. All right. Started in 1969. All right. We are uncommanded journey YAHANNA. We're here to teach the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans the truth of this Bible. With that concludes the service. All right. So let me check this real quick. Boom, boom. This. All right. Let's see. All right, let's stand. All right, blow the horn. All right. How do you pick up the scrolls? No, we just want to. All right, Amadra, you mean to stand? You're gonna send out these prayers. Yeah, you can put the Bible down. All right. All right. Well, Palm Hakudam means turn and face the east. All right. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna send out these prayers. All right. I know we go over time, so I'm gonna just go through these main ones. All right. All right. This is the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Just repeat after me. Yeah, you're gonna turn and face the east. So that's the east. My fault, brother. All right, you got it. All right. Got it. All right, bet. All right, it's the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Abanawa.
Abanawa.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Kodash.
Kodash.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Shankar.
Shankar.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Lapuka.
Lapuka.
Kaba'ah.
Kaba'ah.
Zaka.
Zaka.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Asha.
Aisha.
Barataza.
Barataza.
Kawa.
Kawa.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Bashamayim.
Bashamayim.
Danyanawa.
Danyanawa.
Lakam.
Lakam.
Ka.
Ka.
Yawam.
Yawam.
Wasalaknawa.
Wasalaknawa.
Kabwafnawa.
Kabwafnawa.
Kasalaknawa.
Kasalaknawa.
Kabwafyanawa.
Kabwafyanawa.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Taba'ayanawa.
Ayanawa.
Panasayawam.
Panasayawam.
Abo.
Abo.
Hayashayanawa.
Hayashayanawa.
Mayan.
Mayan.
Right.
Right.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Laka.
Laka.
Hamalakwa.
Hamalakwa.
Wala'alam.
Waha'al.
Watapara.
Waha'ara.
Araganyam.
Waha'alim.
Aman.
Aman.
You want me to read?
The Lord's Prayer in English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done.
In earth,
In earth.
as it is in heaven.
As it is in heaven.
Give us this day
Give us this day
our daily bread.
our daily bread.
And forgive us our debts,
And forgive us our debts.
as we forgive our debtors.
As we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not
And lead us not
into temptation,
into temptation,
but deliver us
but deliver us
from evil.
from evil.
For thine is the kingdom,
For thine is the kingdom,
and the power,
and the power,
and the glory,
and the glory
forever.
forever.
So be. it.
So be it.
All right. This is a prayer for the Ka in the Hebrew. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Babakasha.
Barakasha.
Nathaniel.
Nathaniel.
Haka.
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 Napara.
Lakara.
Haka Marawa.
Kamarawa.
Haka Marawa.
Kamarawa.
Haka.
Haka.
Latahor.
Latahor.
Hamatazarayim.
Hamatazarayim.
Haka.
Haka.
Lahakim.
Lahakim.
Mathium.
Wahakim.
Haka.
Haka.
Akaraf.
Wakarwa.
Amatama Allah.
Hatama Allah.
Lagari Shun.
Lagar Shun.
Ba'ashem.
Ba'ashem.
Yahusha.
Yahusha.
Wada Amun.
Wada Amun.
All right, I'm gonna just run this quick. This is in English. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahusha.
In the name of Yahushua.
Please give us the power.
Please give us the power.
The power to heal.
Power to heal.
All manner of sickness.
All manner of sickness.
All manner of disease.
All manner of
The
disease.
power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to raise the dead.
The power to raise the dead.
The power against unclean spirits.
The power against unclean
To
spirits.
cast them out.
To cast them out.
In the name of Yahusha.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
All right. It's a prayer to bless Israel. All right. In the Hebrew, Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem Yahusha.
Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Barakanawa.
Rakanaw.
Wayasha'ala.
Wayasha'ala.
Wayabayaf.
Wabayah.
Sapari.
Sapari.
Ba'ashem Yahusha.
Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Wada Amun.
Wada Amun.
All right. This is a prayer to bless Israel. In English, Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahusha.
In the name of Yahushua.
Bless us.
Bless us.
And Israel.
And Israel.
The school.
And the school.
In the name of Yahusha.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
All right. Let's pray for the blessings in Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Wa Yahusha.
Wa Yahusha.
Wa Maka Allah.
Wa Yamaka Allah.
Wa Ahalim.
Wa Ahalim.
Wa Matazabah. Slagit. Matazabaya.
Matazabaya.
Alawat Yahanna.
Alawat Yahanna.
Alawapyam.
Alawapyam.
Hasarayam.
Hasarayam.
Hakayanyam.
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 Hawafyam.
Hawafim.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem Yahusha.
Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Wada Amun.
Wada Amun.
All right, the blessings in English. All right. Bless you, Yahweh,
Bless you, Yahweh.
and Yahushua,
And Yahushua.
and Michael,
And Michael.
and the angels,
And the angels.
Commander General Yohanna,
Commander General.
the generals,
The general.
the captains,
The captains.
the officers,
The officers.
the troopers,
The troopers.
and the sisters.
And the sisters.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
All right, sorry, for me to turn. All right. Minute. Put it down right here. All right. All right, y'all. All right. That concludes our service right there. Minute Israel. We're going to give one quick courtesy salute. Minute Israel, Madam Shabbat. I Madam. Barak.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakatuh.
Can you help him out?
Right here.
Yeah, the right hand. All right, show him how to do it, brother. Sure.
Call it.
Yeah, all right. All right, just showing the Greek. What the shit?
Like this.
Uh-huh.
Like this. Say Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Barak, Atham.
All right, and tell me what we just said.
Say God in the name of Jesus Christ in Hebrew, bless you.
All right.
But thumb is plural.
All right, most on Christ. All right, yep. Amazon. Yad Matzah. Class dismissed.